Let's go straight into the town. We got a fun town name today. Antlers, Oklahoma. It's 77 degrees and cloudy in Antlers, Oklahoma. If you live in Antlers, that's some decent weather. You know, it's like 68 and rainy on my way into the office today. And I was listening to the Bright Eyes Talking Folk thing, so it's kind of like a rainy, groggy morning. Bright Eyes is perfect for rainy days. No more sun. I'm over it. Get the sun out of my face. August is gone, so that's the great news. Antlers, 77 degrees, cloudy. Antlers is a small town in Oklahoma, and the reason it's called Antlers is a pretty fun story. A lot of natives to the land live there. The Caddo territory, C-A-D-D-O. And then the United States just granted that land to the Choctaw Indians, even though they didn't own it, nor did the Choctaw. So, you know, that's always a good rabbit hole when you find out about all that stuff. There's a lot of history that I wrote down, and then I found out why it's called Antlers, and I was like, I'm just going to talk about that because it's pretty cool. So, Antlers, let me set this up for you guys. Basically, it was a hunting competition. There was a train that went through this area of Oklahoma. All right. It's northeast of Dallas, southeast Oklahoma. There was a train that came through. I'm guessing it was like this 3-line, the 3 highway right there that came through Antlers. And there was meadows and there was water and there was brooks, and they hunted here all the time. And then one hunter killed a buck that he thought was the biggest buck he'd ever killed. So he took the antlers of the buck and he nailed them to a tree, and I'm guessing wrote his initials on it. And basically he had the high score on Pac-Man now, and he was like, beat that, bitches. So then all the other hunters that hunted in that area, when they killed a deer, they took the antlers and nailed it to the same tree, and it was right at the station. Like, he did it so anyone on the train that rode through this part of Oklahoma would see the antlers on the tree and be like, damn, that dude got a good one. He's the best. And then it became a competition. So you kill a deer, get the antlers, nail them to the tree. So all the people that rode the trains, the train workers, just called that station Antler Station. And then Antler Station grew to the town. That's some cool etymology of a town name. I was excited about that story. And then the high school is called Antlers High School. That kind of sucks. Antlers High. Graduated from Antlers High. I mean, what else are you going to name it? That's a tiny school. How's that school? It's a tiny school. Tennis courts look like shit. So, okay, the tennis courts aren't as bad as they seemed in the satellite. Surely not great. How is this a high school? It's tiny. Yeah, that's tiny. That's a small school. There's more parking than space inside the building. I guess they got all these things back here. All right. What do you think the antlers are called? The Antler High Agitators. Antlers High School. What do you think their nickname is? What do you think their nickname is? Better be cool. Better not be lame. What the? The Bearcats. Antlers Bearcats. Those words just don't go together. If it was like Bearcat Antlers, that makes more sense, but that'd be a bad school. Holy shit. There's a website that rates high schools. Antlers only has 2 out of 5 stars. 2 ratings. Who the hell is this? Just like teenage kids being like, I hate it here. It's ranked 135th out of 198 Oklahoma high schools. Who's ranking high schools? I mean, is this okay? It's like actual rankings. It said ratings and it said 2 reviews. So I thought that's what was happening. It's actually like their enrollment and all the stats you care about. But it said there was reviews. Now it says no reviews submitted. Is that website where you go on to find about professors, Rate My Professor, still a thing? John Sepsi in Facebook says, I don't think anything would sound particularly great after Antlers. And yeah, maybe leave that in the comments. Leave your best team name for Antlers High. Antlers, it's tough that it's plural. Antlers, I can't even, I'm totally blank on it. I have no idea. Someone said that Jared had a great question in the YouTube chat. So now I need to know. So now I'm just reading the chat with the rest of you guys. Less than 300 total students. That's small. That area of Oklahoma kind of sucks, okay? 2,500 people live in Antlers. You guys got more info than me. I love it. Yeah, I was reading about Antlers, and like they have a downtown that they really want people to acknowledge. They want to be part of like historic Main Street. They want to be like an historic Main Street America town. But they, for some reason, they can't get in. I think I read there's too many fires and the building's burnt too much, which that's a tough situation. Whoa. Is this Main Street? Just travel down, what's that? Marcos Mexican Restaurant. This place looks desolate. Oh, no. Looks like nothing's going on in Antlers. Sorry. HR Block? Tiny little storefront? Oh, my God. Did they have, like, those things that are from... Look. Oh, I thought this was one of those ride. I gotta get it. I thought that bird was one of those things that the kids ride in front of the store, like straight out of the olden days. They don't have those anymore, do they? They have little things that kids ride. The Dollar General. Antlers seems super boring, man. Really cool town name, and there's a lot of cool Native American history, but seems like a boring town. I apologize about it. Antlers Football Stadium. Why is the football stadium so far away from the high school? The high school's here. Football stadium's down here. Opposite ends of town. Ooh. Football stadium's not... They can't call that a stadium. Shouldn't be allowed to call that a stadium. All right. Saying too many mean things about Antler. Also interested in what the hell all these things are. This just like a weird community. Housing community. Cool. That's Antlers. I mean, the etymology of the town name is really cool. Just basically, there's no pictures of it, but it's because it's really old. You'd think there'd be pictures of the antler tree that named Antler Station. Had to be a photographer that traveled on a train once. And they were like, hey, photographer buddy, you're going to love this next stop. We call it Antlers. Why? Well, you'll have to just wait and see. And then the photographer takes the picture of the antlers, and then it becomes history, and now we know what it is, you know? That seems like it should be happening. Anyway, that's Antlers, Oklahoma. I like the weather there today. Good job, Antlers. And I like how you got your name of your town. Everything else didn't seem like much was going on. Tough name for a high school, too.
And that's all I have to say about that.
moving on.